Now, the weekend is fast approaching, so do you need something to help get you in the mood for love? If so, we have got the very man for you.
Just give it a night. Give it a night. Let me love you one more time. Feel your heartbeat close to mine. Let me love you all the time. Better love me. You never give up on the good things. You never makes you happy. Never give up on the good things. Love is what you got. You got.
Was that near your house, that one?
Yeah, fabulous place.
Well, you know, I was saying at the beginning of the show, I'll mention it again now in case anyone missed it, that video was the first video I ever... It was the first thing I said, virtually, in my TV career, back in New Zealand in 1981, and I introduced that video.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And it still makes his heart...
Every single time I hear it, because I was terrified. I was so scared. First day on the TV. And every time I hear it, my heart gives a little bit of a flutter. And here you are.
There's a great story with that. The guy who was driving the train, he was the train engineer, and it was called the Sugar Train. It went around my house and around the golf course. And every time he got near my house, he would tell people, "That's George Benson's house." I'd be in the swimming pool. And he beeped up, beep, beep, you know, the horn, the train whistle. So he came into my recording studio that I had in Lahaina, Hawaii. And I said, "You're the engineer from the train." He said, "Yeah, but I want to be a recording engineer." Now he's won a Grammy for engineering.
The train driver won a Grammy.
That's right.
So you let him have a little go in your studio?
Yeah, I said, "You want to be an engineer?" I said, "Grab that broom over there." And he started sweeping the studio up and cleaned it. Then he learned how to work the console and all of the equipment.
That's incredible.
Fantastic.
And didn't you say to him when he came over to see you, "And by the way, when I'm in my swimming pool, would you shut up and not tell people where I live?"
Because they all came around after the train ride. They tried to find my house.
No way.
Which looked completely different from the front, you know.
you got to stop him.
I just have to say, George, before we talk about anything else, those are incredibly shiny shoes. I mean, you could see your face, and can you see George's shoes? Are these special kind of show shoes? Do you wear these on tour?
I've been looking for these particular shoes for years. And one day I bumped into them by accident. I said, better give me 2 pairs just in case. But I love the feel of them, and I love the look.
Shiny show shoes. I love a shiny shoe.
You like a show shoe?
Yeah, I do.
But you like a non-slip, don't you?
They're best if they're non-slip shiny show shoes.
Well, non-slip must be important to you when you're on stage. Are these slippery, shiny shoes?
Because I do move around a lot, so you have to be very careful.
Well, you're about to start your tour here, aren't you? And you're at the NIA tomorrow, and then around the rest of the country. And we'll put all the details on the website if you want to find out where George is. Now, our director went to see you at the Royal Albert Hall, I think, last year, and said you were fantastic. You put on a proper show.
Well, we introduced my version of Nat Cole. We did a tribute to Nat Cole, and the orchestra, of course. We got some of the finest musicians in the world are right here in London. The strings. Yeah. They did a fantastic job. It made me feel like I was substituting for Nat Cole. So something I could only dream about when I was a kid.
And you're singing songs for, I mean, obviously the full repertoire, but for the album Songs and Stories, it's always nice when a plan comes together. And this was an album that you got into the studio and everything fell into place.
Exactly. The guys were all my friends. They were from the Michael Jackson band and the Give Me the Night band. It was all the same band, you know. And the songwriters I was looking for, Bill Withers and Smokey Robinson, wrote some fabulous songs. So I was in heaven.
Is it right it only took 3 days to make that album?
We did.
It's just
about 3
incredibly
days.
quick.
Yeah.
I mean, I hear people say it takes 3 years sometimes.
That's why we used to make records years ago. And you know, the most famous one is my album, Breezin'.
Well, that shot you to fame, Breezing, didn't it?
We had 4 days to record it. We finished it in 3. And so the producer
So do you find
finishing early, they're gonna love
do you
you.
find it ridiculous when you hear people saying, "Oh, I've taken 2 years off to create my new album"? Do you think, "Oh, get on with it"?
Well, I know the difference between the two. If you're a person who's worldwide and you're competing with the world, they want to be very careful that they're still in the market, place. So they work very hard to spend a lot of money. I ended up doing that kind of thing, because when I did Breezin', I was just a nobody guy coming into the pop world and R&B world from the jazz world. And we didn't sell very many records anyway. But when Breezin' went to 3 million copies the first year, it was the first of its kind in history.
You were 31, I think, weren't you? When that's
Don't tell everything you know.
So with success coming a little bit later, when you get past the time in your life where it could wreck you, it could destroy you. You had a very sensible mother who, when it looked like things, when you were much younger, she put you back in school,
It's true.
and probably you say saved you from the fate that your friend Michael Jackson had, perhaps.
Yeah, there is a critical thing about becoming a star too young. A lot of things can happen. The biggest thing that happens to people who have an early start is that they peter out fast. Because how much experience can you get in 7 years, 10 years? You peter out fast. Either that or you work too hard to try to stay in the majors. So I had a natural talent as a kid, and because my father was a musician and my mother was a singer. So when they saw what was happening to me, the law was always one step in back of us because they didn't play with child stars. You know, if you did something wrong, they would pounce on the parents. But after a while, I didn't have fun anymore. I couldn't go hang out with my friends. She saw that it was what it was doing to me because I was a happy kid. And when she saw that, she withdrew me. She told my manager, who wanted to take me to California, he said, "I'm going to make a movie star out of little Georgie Benson." And she said, "No, you're not." She said, "No, he's going to stay right here."
Very sensible mum. Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming in today, George. We can't wait. You're going to sing for us at the end of the show. And the album is Songs and Stories. That's out now. And the UK tour starts, as we said, it's in Birmingham tomorrow at the NIA. The rest of the details on the website. Thank
Have a great
you
tour.
very much.
And we'll
Thank
see you
you.
later.